Hello and welcome to another trip report from Travel with Julian, this time in Club Europe on a BA A320 down from Inverness to London Heathrow. Registration of this particular aircraft is G-Euur and it's got the red nose on if anyone's interested in that. This was filmed in September this year, 25, so the weather was quite nice and sunny up there, so can't complain at all. I thought I would just show you at the front of this video a bit of Inverness before setting off to the bus station to catch the bus back to the airport, which cost around about £7 one way, and it's bus number 11. And at the airport I use this Spa Lounge, which is a third party lounge that BAE use. It's quite small and compact, but having said that, it's very cosy. Maybe around 25 seats in there. The one thing I would say is the toilets are outside back in the main terminal, but not a big deal. Food and drink choice for a small lounge was really good, and the service was good as well. And from this lounge you get a great view of the arriving aircraft, plus the apron, as you will see in my video. Then it's boarding time, and I show you the cream tea on offer, of course, that I had in Club Europe, plus some wine, as you do. And as they say, is it jam or cream first? The flight number was BA1469, as I say, landing at Heathrow on runway 27 left. No loo review this time, as I've done those before previously on other videos, so I thought I'd give it a miss this time. There's not much really you can say about the loos, only that they're small and compact, and a loo is a loo. But then we come into, as I say, 27 left at London Heathrow. It's put in portrait mode, this video, because I used it as a short on my channel and got quite a few views on it, so very pleased about that. So thank you for subscribing and anyone else watching for that. And thank you for watching, as I say, and I hope you enjoyed this trip report in Club Europe on this BA A320 back down from Inverness to London's Heathrow. And as I say, feel free to like, to comment, to subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video. Take care, and I will see you next time.
Do you think that's quite clear?
Yes.
The instructions, because you get onto that page and it doesn't tell you to click on one of those. So if you were reading that, if you got to that page, people are not necessarily wanting to then click.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Do you know what I mean? It's not
on it. It wasn't.
no. So we want to explain that people should be
Because when you read it, it's as if you're saying what
exactly right.
It's not me.
No, I mean, I had a list of this one first, because we were small lounge and there was a bigger one just in there, just what we do. And she's last year, I said, we're getting not complete that because of it, so she's not forward it more. Because before it was just a password, which is easy, she could just like Wi-Fi password is. So let me see.
So I didn't got an email that I just choose for.
You guys do actually. See my statements.
Including details on the boat's position. If you have any questions, please ask your cabin crew.
cabin crew seats for takeoff. A very good afternoon to you all. My name is Stuart, I'm your in-flight lead, and it's my pleasure to welcome you aboard this British Airways flight down to London Heathrow. I'd also like to introduce the other crew members working with me today. Looking after you with me in Club Europe, we have Andrea, and in Eurotraveller we have Marilyn and Susanna. Very special welcome to those of you returning from the British Airways Club, and those of you joining from our One World Alliance partners. But may I remind you to keep your seatbelt securely fastened when any of you are seated, and it must remain fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is on. When opening overhead lockers, please do take care when opening the overhead lockers that items may have moved and could fall out, causing injury. As a reminder, smoking, including e-cigarettes, vaping and the use of other smoking devices is not permitted at any time whilst on board. This includes the toilets which we have fitted with smoke detectors. Wi-Fi is available on board today's flight and will also be available and will be switched on once the seatbelt signs have been switched off. We do ask you that the phones are placed to silent to avoid disturbing other customers, and video and phone calls are not permitted at any time during the flight. The right start on board service. If you need any food allergy or would like any information on specific allergens on today's flight, please contact any member of the crew.
Switch on the bottom seatbelt signs as we will shortly be landing at London Heathrow Terminal 5. Please now return to your seat and make sure that all your personal belongings are safely put away in the overhead lockers or under the seat in front of you. Customers sitting in a front row seat or in an emergency exit row should place all items in the overhead lockers, leaving the floor area around your seat completely clear. Please check that your table is folded away, your seat is in the landing position with the armrest down, and your seatbelt is securely fastened. If you are seated by a window and have lowered the blind, please return this to the open position for landing. You may continue to use handheld electronic devices for landing. These must be held securely or placed into a pocket, and detachable keypads either folded, closed, or removed completely and placed in a suitable stowage. Larger items, including laptops, must now be switched off and stowed away safely. Please also take a moment to remind yourself of your nearest exit and study the safety card in your seat area. In the event of an emergency, please leave all hand baggage behind. Thank you.
A very warm welcome to London Heathrow Terminal 5. If you could please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the fasten seatbelt signs have been switched off. Once you're safe to do so, please do take care when opening overhead lockers as items may have moved and could fall out, causing injury. You may now make and receive calls as well as use all data services on your handheld electronic devices. We do ask before you leave us